Well, hey, I'm down at St Luke's Model Train Show. It's the closest train show to where I live, and this time my son is going to be the director. Are you ready to show me the trains you want to see?
Yeah.
You're going to tell me exactly what to shoot?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it.
Yes.
He's excited. He is excited. Woohoo! Go down this way. Yeah, that's a safe way to go. Oh yeah, there's a ticket. We're allowed to go in.
We're trying to run on another.
You like that big one?
Yes.
Yeah, so do I actually.
Hi.
Very nice. Very nice indeed. Yeah, well, my son wanted me to video this one, so that's why we're looking at it. This layout is called Ridgeway, and there is a bit of a question of how many farm animals are on this layout, and the farm animals are hidden over the back there. I think there's more than two, and I think there's actually some paddle pop sleepers going on here. I'm pretty sure that's G-scale, but I think down there we've got some paddle pop sleepers. And underneath the paddle pop sleeper bridge we've got this beautiful, well, what would you call it, lake. More animals down there too. Did you count the animals down there? And some nice fake water. Bit of bear action, bit of a sawn off tree there. And however that water is done, it looks real. Well, real to me. Looks very real. And we'll have another look at this beautiful G-scale train. Magnificent detailing. Magnificent. Where do you want to look next? Which one next? Oh, we're going somewhere else. Going for the Thomas. Looks like we're going for the Thomas. Oh yes, one of the all-time favourite Thomas sets there. So the question here, what is the name of the helicopter? Ooh, we know that one. And there's the answer there. Yes, these are Guinness Hits. You can watch them all day long. And Terrence is, well, being hard to play there. Number 14?
Yeah,
number 14 is right here. Okay, this layout's called Rosemat. It's a spectacular tram layout. I've actually seen this one before, but it looks better this year for some reason. So I've just been told it's a Sydney J-class tram running out at the moment. The historic tram people will get very excited about that, I dare say. Very excited. And there's a fairground there which looks spectacular. Everything's spinning and moving. It really does add to this layout. Looks fantastic. And I'll take a closer look at this fairground because it's actually fairly awesome when you take a bit more of a closer scrutiny. If you're into fairground stuff, miniature fairground stuff, well, it's fairground toy heaven for you. The memories are flooding back. Every child loves to ride on one of those. Mind you, at the speed that that's going, that's more like a centrifuge. Personally, I love looking at the old classic KFC building there. Lots of memories there from when I was a child. That's how KFCs used to look. So for Rosemount, the question is, where can you buy garbage tins? So that question has the children looking for places. Where can you buy garbage tins? Well, we can see lots of businesses there. I can actually see, is there a couple of Hot Wheels cars there? There is another one there, hardware, plumbing, electrical paints.
They can buy them at KFC.
You can't buy them at KFC, you buy a chicken at KFC. Well, my son says that bucket there's a garbage tin.
Yeah, that bucket is a garbage tin.
The bucket is not a garbage tin, it's a bucket of chicken. Okay? Bucket of chicken.
After when you eat the chicken, it will become a garbage tin.
That's very good of you to reuse like that. You'll be an environmental award winner with thinking like that. Nice detailing there of some of the vacuum cleaner on the upper level. Nice children's playground there, tucked behind that building there. And there's a nice slow creeping look over those trams there. If you're into trams, you're probably in Tram Heaven right now. And here is more of the shops. We're looking for the garbage tin shop, but what I do like is little details like this down here. A dog that has spilt over some garbage. And that's for where do you buy garbage tins? Well, I think that is a place, because look what is for sale down there. I think that's the right answer. And here comes another stunning tram.
It's the same tram.
Is it? That's not the same one. Different one, I think.
Look, there's one driving.
And I've been told by the operator this is a Sydney G-Class tram. And I dare say most people wouldn't have known that. I certainly didn't know that.
This is my favourite.
One of your favourites, ah yes, Penguin's Halt. This is something we've always marvelled at the St Luke's Model Train Show. And here comes the train.
It's number 4.
With the Lionel carriage with that giraffe sticking up. Why am I thinking Toys R Us at the moment? Penguin's Halt, what is the number and name of the black steam engine? So what's the name and number? It is the Santa Fe number 4, and I think we're about to see Jeffrey Duck. Just. Penguin's Halt has a theme of penguins there. That little toy is always in the middle. It's always fun to watch those penguins come flying down. There's also always a little train station here with, well, penguins on the platform. And there's also a shed there with diesel and like a steam engine like that. Best thing about Penguin's Halt is it is U-drive, so you can ramp up the speed a bit. Although I've not seen much speed this year. Is that full power? Come on, give us some stick. Or maybe we've got a bit more speed out of this train coming around the back there. Go, Penguin's Halt, go! It's gonna crash, oh my goodness, pull your head in!
Let's see who's the Rocket.
Stephensons Rocket.
Yeah,
oh my goodness me, there it is there. I think that's one of the major features of this show. So it's New Defty number 13. What is the name of the oldest engine? And I'm pretty sure that is the oldest train on this layout, and its name will be coming up soon. It's on the front of this one. I think the name is Rocket.
Rocket.
R-O-C-K-E-T. Well, this layout's called New Defty this year. I've seen this layout before in a different format. It's like a dog bone these days. It's actually a much nicer way to present it as a dog bone. And it makes it far more compressed. So the trains which normally ran at the back are all running in one line in a sense, next to each other. And there is the other end of the dog bone. It's all modular and it uses connection clips like this to hold the layout together. And that there is the Hornby Live Steam Mallard. I think it's completely spectacular, although there seems to be a divide in the model railway fraternity. I'm a big fan of New Defty. I like the way it is laid out. For me, it's a much easier model to put the video camera over. Really nice. Bring on the New Defty, I say. Oh yes, it's one of these things you can just watch this over and over and over. New Defty. I think it's spectacular. This is the way model trains can be done really nice and easily. I can walk along here and be part of the train. It's like I'm a helicopter, isn't it? Without the silly sounds. And it looks like the live steam Mallard is warming up and nearly ready to go. There's the controller for the Hornby live steam.
Heater control?
Yeah, and it's up and running on that thing that makes it go nowhere, whatever they're called.
Rolling road.
Rolling road. I know my audience will know.
Every second or third go, really.
Dad, I want to play in the jumping castle.
You want to play in the jumping castle? What about the trains? You're going to tell me what to look at? Oh, okay, go and play.
Any of them. You can answer the question all by yourself.
Okay, thank you very much. Oh, crikey Charlie's, but someone wants to play on the jumping castle now. He doesn't want to direct the video, so I'm left in charge of finishing this video. Oh, let's go and see that live steam train's up and running. Hopefully we're going to see Mallard moving around here. Live steam demonstration. Live steam demonstration. And it can be a bit temperamental sometimes, but the train will get running very shortly, I hope. They're going for full heat to try and get Mallard to run here. Come on Mallard, you can do it. Come on, punch that steam up. Very tough metal to start with. And it looks like we might have success here. Maybe. Nice hand of God shot there. I love getting out at this train show.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
So this is a new depth layout, and this train has yet to really be seated into this layout. It's very important to have the areas of track connected properly and soldered to make this train work. It looks like a backup plan is to get the other live steam train up and running. So to prepare the train for the tracks, they put it onto the rolling road there to try and give it a bit of a steam up. So it's really important to have low resistance and clean tracks.
Very much so.
The joints on this track or layout are actually soldered as well. Meanwhile, back at Live Steam Central here, obviously they're playing up this time round. And I dare say everyone wants to see Rocket in action. That is really spectacular indeed. Gotta love it. Ooh, just missed that one. Luckily the points are in the right direction. And off it goes, steaming up the railways like a true rocket. So how many people have got a model like that one? Very special. Oh yeah, looks very nice. Look at it get. Oh. Oops, looks like Rocket has had a train wreck. Well, this is layout number 18, Fergustown. And the question is, how many points are there on the layout? Well, there's a layout, and it's a bit of a special one because, can you see what's going on here? Boys and girls. Is that a clue to what this layout can do? Oh, there's part 2 of the clue. And there is the third part of the puzzle. The layout folds up. How remarkable. And what's nice about this, we've got a bit of a Hornby Thomas thing going on here. So the Hornby fans are going to be happy. There's a nice tram there. And we go along, there is the Hornby Toby. There are some wagons there. Is that from the Hornby range as well? It's all Hornby. I'm just getting a nod over there from the person who runs this display. There's Thomas the Tank, the Hornby version. That'll start a lot of arguments on it, which is better, Backman or Hornby. And there is the Hornby Duck. The Hornby Duck looks great. Well, you've got to wonder, what is Ben doing pulling around Annie Clarabelle? But there's also a couple of conundrums on this layout. Apart from having Hornby trains there, we've actually got Bachman Easy Track being used to, well, basically run the trains on. And it looks like Ben has been given the shaft and Thomas has come in to basically run Annie Clarabelle around the layout. And one thing that's really good about Hornby, Thomas says, look at the speed this thing can do. This has turned into Thomas the bullet train. And we can ease back to some nice slower speeds as well. It does everything. In fact, the driver of this train is being very cooperative. He's a very, very good young train driver, this one. In my books, he's a megastar. He's doing a fantastic display for me. Oh no! Oh no! It's been a crash! Clarabelle has taken the roll. And don't worry, someone has just saved Clarabelle there. And Thomas will be on his way again. It's just like magic, isn't it? Watching these trains go round and round and round. Go Thomas, go! So there we go, we've got Hornby on Bachman truck and there's Hornby accessories there, and the person who runs this train actually likes the old trying Hornby, so that's the stuff from when I was a kid, and I actually agree with him. The old trying Hornby was spectacular. You're off the jumping castle now. Thank goodness for that. Show me the next train set. Oh, Hall of Wonders. Well, come across an area, model cars for sale, and the gentleman has got older style Matchbox and Hot Wheels. What else is there? Dinky?
Dinky, Crescent,
yeah. Corgi. It's the stuff from when I was a boy, and they're basically $1 a pop. So maybe there's some people excited seeing this stuff. My son's got his eyes on this one here. I think because of the missiles.
It's a red truck.
Aha, so there is use for the older style cars. I mean, look at that thing there. You don't see them like that anymore. That's what I remember from being a child, things like that. And my son's also got his eyes on this one here, and the gentleman selling these has just informed us you can put rubber bands on there to give them tracks again, which I didn't know, but now I do. What other one do you like there? Aha, that one there. Let's take a look at this one. This is a fantastic example of how toys, or how good they used to be, because look at that, it actually opens up. You get engine detailing, everything there, and you also get nice solid metal axles. So that's a bit of an insight into the toys of the past.
Dad, I like the Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters?
Hold it in your hand so Dad can take a photo of it.
There we are. My son said that was from Ghostbusters. How would he know Ghostbusters when he's never seen the film? Okay. Well, we're going to get that clump of cars there. $1 a pop. Yes, that's a really cool idea. You know, the children of today love the older style of cars, and it's a real insight into the way toy cars used to be.
Yeah.
Unlike the toys of today. Well, apart from toy cars, we're getting a bit derailed here. There's also these wonderful model ships. I'd hate to think how much time has gone into making these. You could spend hours and hours making them and also looking over these. If you like looking at lots of cannons, well, this one is for you. Quite a remarkable model that. There is tons and tons of detail and all sorts of string work in that. Absolutely stunning. And there's a whole table here of all sorts of bits of machinery and steam engines and steam parts. Something to, I don't know, sharpen with their Enigma. Isn't that German code machine from the Second World War? Is that a real Enigma or a model of one? I'm not sure if it works or not. I don't know if I press buttons here I get it to do anything. Well, he's trying to crack the code without any luck. And along here is all sorts of little bits of, well, air-powered steam engines, if that makes any sense. I've just got air running these. Ooh, now that is very, very nice indeed. Look at that there, nice traction engine. It's 1/12 scale, very, very nice. Again, the devil's in the detail. Look at what's going on in that there. That is really, really, really special. Coming along here, there's all sorts of other things. There's a telephone there. I remember those from when I was a kid. That's the sort of phones we had when I was very young. Haven't seen one of those for a long time. And what is this here? What's it, some sort of submarine or something? Can you work out what that is?
A train.
Well, that's what the sign says, the first successful submarine. Well, I've got to say, St. Luke's Model Train Show has got everything this year. Oh, an old favourite. It's an old favourite indeed. I love this railway as well. This is absolutely stunning. So it's layout number 5, coffee anyone. How many construction workers are there? My son's just trying to get a count of the number of construction workers in that layout. And I better get a shot of the train going round inside this coffee table or my audience will get mighty unhappy. There she goes. There's some really, really nice detailing going on inside this coffee table layout. It's one of those things, the more you look, the more you see. Nice little work zone there. And there's the layout there. I love this one. It's one of my favourites. And that down there is the control box. I've never seen a control box before.
That's a free face painting.
Free face painting? Hey, yeah, there is. Free face painting.
$2.
That's been the last 2 weeks of it. How long is it? You're wondering what sort of food is at the St. Luke's train show? That's what my son likes. It's called a sausage sandwich in Australia. I'm not sure whether they have those overseas. Maybe you could tell me. Okay, so soccer balls are coming along nicely. One on that side of the face, and there's another one developing on this side. Flaming soccer balls. And my son looking very, very intense while this is going on. Okay, we've got the face painting done and the sausage sandwiches being eaten. Let's see the other side. Oh yeah, looks fantastic. It's a favourite at this show, Megabucks Land, absolute favourite. And there are all these buttons you can push to make things happen on the layout. It's quite interactive. And this layout morphs every year. It's different every time I look at this. There's bits taken away, there are bits added to it. There just seems to be a squillion and one minifigures this year round. Minifigures everywhere. It's one of those layouts that I've seen over and over and over, but because it morphs and changes every year, it never ever gets boring. Never ever. Oh yeah, I've got it finally. Yeah! Ouch, that's gotta hurt. Because we all know that one's very special. My theory is Lego will re-release a model like that very soon, although people will argue with me. And if you know your Sydney trains, that is a single-decker monorail version of what we see in Sydney, if that makes any sense. Alright, off it goes. Well, now I'm standing back. There's the control buttons at the front. I love this layout. It's fairly compact, but it is so busy, and children love it as well because it's interactive. Next one we're going to take a look at is called Wombat. There's the info sheet about Wombat. If you want to pause the video in a couple of spots, you can learn all about this layout. All about it. Keeps on going and going and going. And if I try and catch up with Wombat here, that's the train that's there. It's Australian. That's all I know. It looks like the genie from Aladdin is on this layout as well. And this layout is set at adult height, but it's a joy to look at. It's an absolute breeze to video because I can get right up next to the layout and get shots like this. That's what I like to do. And that's what the layout looks like if I stand back and you see the display of it. And maybe some people think there's not much going on here, but what really sells this layout is the fact, apart from a train going by, is we've got some nice trees here, but we've also got a nice diorama in the background, painted diorama, and that there makes it seem very 3D. The cut-off area is actually where I run my finger along there, but there's a great illusion of that landscape going off into the Never Never. And the other very interesting thing they've done here is they've added sounds to this layout via little speakers up the top here, which are giving like bird sounds. There's some kangaroos at the back having a bit of a sleep. One problem is my son, being this short, can't quite see the display like he'd like to, so I've got to pick him up to see it. You need to be picked up, don't you? Yes. And the question about Wombat is how many crows are on the grain silo? So there's a grain silo. How many crows are on the grain silo? I think I just saw one. If we keep going up, we may see another one up there. Nice bit of detail there, the sheep getting past that wire fence. Yeah, it's really lovely indeed. Very nice to look at, very well detailed and very Australian. Here's another layout set at adult height, but I tell you what, it is super spectacular. It's a smaller gauge, but don't let that small gauge disappoint you. There's tons of detail going on here. It looks totally awesome. This is N scale, but I tell you what, when I look at it like that, not many people will be able to pick it because the detailing and the way the diorama marries in with the layout is perfect. You can't keep your eyes off this stuff. It just looks so real. I love the detailing in that girded bridge there, and also the way the water has been set up in this display. Very nice. Nice coal train going along in the background there. Apparently the background scenery is something you buy and is that right? You cut it up and you paste it on the back?
You get it in long sheets.
Yeah, there you go. You can buy the background scenery and...
Yeah, that's right. Just glue it on.
Glue it on. Getting all the tips today. That there is what you can buy and just stick on the back. It's called Haskell. That's Australian environment there, isn't it? Is that right? Yeah.
That's it, yeah.
Well, there you go.
There's different sorts. You get some of the mountain, some of the flat, open, arid country.
Yeah, so what I'm pointing at there, that line there, is something you can buy. It comes in different scales for different types of railways, but it is beautiful because it makes a seamless transition between your model world here and what is basically a flat facade at the back. Oh yeah, that is very nice as well. Look at that. spectacular going through the station there. And if I get down like this, you get some very realistic shots. And if you go back and look at my St. Luke's video from last year, you'll see this display. It's in better lighting this time around, in a much friendlier environment, but it's called JB Mining. It's absolutely one of my favourite displays. It's only small scale, but when small scale is done correctly, it really, really shines. And I mean, that's what I'm classifying as the devil is in the detail. The more you look there, the more astonishing this display tends to be. Absolutely beautiful to look at. And all of a sudden my son has come out and decided to make basically a plaster painted train thing, and that's his effort over there. Oh, he's just getting a colour there, and he's applying some more colours there, and this is why St. Luke's train show is so good, because it's so family friendly. Ooh, coming in for the sparkles. Oh yeah! Okay, that was the St. Luke's Model Railway Exhibition, the 29th anniversary of it. Next year's the big one, the 30th anniversary. I will endeavour to be here next year. Who knows, if I'm not busy, I might display something. No guarantee, but I think they deserve it. This has been a fantastic display to come to. I like it. It's my most local one in Sydney. But I think the best thing I like about it is very family friendly. Everything is down low, apart from a couple of exhibits, and you can get right up close to stuff, and I can make fantastic videos at this train show. It doesn't get too busy, and it just endeavours me to make a fantastic video, and the people here are very appreciative of the work that I do in promoting their little train show. Please come to it next year. The big one's the 30th year. Better leave this video here. As always, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and bye for now. Without soloing a fly. A lot of flies this year. Bye.